Hi everyone, welcome to our Sudikshan channel.
Hi everyone, today in this video we're going to know about one special warrior who could have done the Mahabharat war within a single minute and he could have won. It is none other than Barbarik. Barbarik is a son of Ghatotkacha and Ahilavati and the grandson of Bhima. He was a very warrior from his childhood. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Ahilavati, apart from being his mother, she was his teacher also. She taught Barbarik the art of warfare. Lord Shiva, pleased with him, gave him three infallible arrows. In some stories, it is also told that Lord Shiva gave him these three arrows, which in other stories it is written that Ashtadeva gave him these three arrows. Since he is a bearer of these three powerful arrows, he came to be known as Teen Bandhari, the bearer of three arrows. Agni gave him the bow that makes him invincible in the three worlds. When Barbarik learns about the Kurukshetra war between Pandavas and Kauravas, he wanted to witness the war. Before leaving for Kurukshetra, he promised his mother that if he finds it necessary to fight in the war, he would support and fight along with the side which is losing in the war at that point. Now, before the Mahabharat war proceeds, Krishna asked all the powerful warriors among Pandavas and Kauravas that in how many days they can finish the war alone. Among Kauravas, Bhishma answered that he can finish the war in 20 days. Dronacharya said he can destroy all the opponents in 25 days. Karna replied that he could take only 24 days. Among Pandavas, Arjuna said that it would take him 28 days to finish the war alone. When Barbarik arrived Kurukshetra, Krishna learned about him. In order to test his strength, he disguised himself as a Brahmin and appeared before him. Krishna asked the same question which he had asked all the warriors and how much time it will take him to finish the battle alone. Barbarik replied, 1 minute. This surprises Krishna. He asked him that how can he end the battle in 1 minute. Barbarik replied that he is a bearer of three infallible arrows and his single arrow is sufficient enough to destroy all the opponents. He continued that he uses the first arrow to mark all the things that he wants to destroy. Then, using the second arrow, he marks all the things he wanted to save. Now, the third arrow will destroy everyone that is not marked and then return to him. Krishna challenges Barbarik. To test Barbarik's power and to verify that whatever he is saying is true, he challenged him to tie all the leaves of the peepal tree under which he was standing using his arrows. Barbarik closed his eyes and starts meditating to release his first arrow for marking the leaves. In that moment, Krishna plucks one leaf from the tree and hides it under his foot. Now the arrow marks all the leaves of the tree but starts hovering over Krishna's leg. Krishna, surprised by this behavior of the arrow, asked Barbarik that why is this happening? He replied that there must be a leaf beneath your foot and advised him to lift his foot, otherwise the arrow will pierce it into the leaf. After this incident, Krishna realizes that his arrows are in fact infallible. He thinks of a condition that what if barbaric fight along the side of Kauravas against the Pandavas? There is no way Pandavas can hide from these arrows and their defeat is certain. Then Krishna asked him that from which side he will fight the battle, Kauravas or Pandavas. Barbarik replied that he had promised his mother that he would support and fight along with the side which is losing in the war at that point. So, as per the numbers, Pandavas have a comparatively smaller army than that of a Kauravas. So, he will fight from Pandavas' side as they were relatively weaker. Krishna, after hearing this, realizes that Barbarik does not understand the complexity of his principle of always fighting on a losing side. In order to make him understand, Krishna told him, whichever side you are going to support will win the battle. But the problem is that if you fight on the side of Pandavas, the Kauravas will become weak. And if you fight on the side of Kauravas, the Pandavas side becomes weak. Therefore, you have to constantly switch sides to support the other side that has become weaker because of the promise you have made to your mother. In this way, you will keep oscillating between Pandavas and Kauravas and ends up destroying armies on both the sides. Thus, none of the side becomes victorious and you will be the alone survivor of the war. Then Krishna thinks about this and he decides to make a plan. The disguised Krishna sought charity from the barbaric. Barbaric promised to give anything he wants. Then Krishna asked for the head of Barbaric. Barbaric was shocked hearing this and finds something strange. He asked the Brahmin to reveal his true identity. Then Krishna showed Barbaric his divine form of Lord Vishnu. It is believed he was one of the only two warriors who has seen the divine form of Lord Krishna, the other being Arjuna during the war itself. After seeing the divine form, he agreed to give his head to Lord Krishna. But before sacrificing his head, he asked Krishna to fulfill his desire of watching the entire battle since he is not able to participate in the battle. Krishna agreed to this. Barbaric cuts his head off and gave it to Krishna. Lord Krishna placed his head on the top of the hill from where he could witness the entire battle. After the battle ended, Pandavas starts arguing that who is the greatest warrior among themselves and who is responsible for their victory against Kauravas. Krishna suggested Pandavas to ask Barbaric head that who is responsible for their victory. Barbaric is the best person to judge since he had witnessed the complete war. When Pandavas asked him about the same, he said that it was Krishna alone who is responsible for their victory. His advice, his presence, his game plan had been very crucial. And Barbaric says, all I could see were two things. One, a divine chakra spinning all around the battlefield, killing all those who were not on the side of Dharma. The other was goddess Mahakali, who spread out her tongue on the battlefield and consumed all the sinners as her sacrifice. Pandavas then realized that they were just mere instruments to carry out the task of cleaning up the world from adharma. It was Lord Vishnu and goddesses Mahamaya who were actually responsible for their victory. Thank you for watching our channel. Stay tuned with us. The previous birth of Barbaric will be continued in the next channel. Thank you. Take care.